Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Weather in 5 days, 5 minutes on what is a very cold day here across the Northeast and Northern Mid-Atlantic states. So let's see if we can crack the 30-degree mark. Some areas yesterday did not, some areas did. But it's this morning where we're seeing some really cold temperatures out there for morning lows. We bottomed out mostly in the teens, but there were some cold spots this morning, single digits, and we're talking even some low single digits. Of course, the further north you go, you've got snow cover in the mix, and that certainly does help. Meanwhile, where there is no snow cover, even in these areas down in southern New Jersey, southeast, and south central Pennsylvania, you woke up to temperatures in the mid to upper teens, and across Maryland down into just outside the metro areas of Washington, D.C. and Baltimore. The metro areas held on in the upper teens to around 20. But indeed, the cold all the way down through Chesapeake Bay. Then you start to get out of the teens and you head up into the upper teens and a few low 20s. So this is the coldest night of this particular stretch. And now we're going to start to see a rebound beginning tomorrow. Meanwhile, the weather is just quiet across the United States. Most of the country sort of in the dead of winter here, with not a whole lot happening, even cold down into northern Florida, where we do have some freeze advisories up. And we also have winter storm warnings and a few winter weather advisories up in the Pacific Northwest. But in terms of major storm activity, it's all not there, okay, and it won't be. We've got a very strong storm off the Pacific Northwest coast. We do have moisture coming into the southwest, and this is going to be setting up the storm system for this coming weekend that will impact the Northeast and Northern Mid-Atlantic states with precipitation for the I-95 corridor, Washington to Baltimore to Boston to New York City to Boston, and this is going to be mostly a rain affair. But inland north and west, particularly through upstate New York, back into Pennsylvania, northeast and north central Pennsylvania, down into the mountains. This could be a fairly interesting elevation-driven snow scenario that is setting up. Radar is very quiet here in the east. We've got some action down in the southwest, and of course, rain and snow up in the Pacific Northwest with that next weather system moving ashore. The Weather Prediction Center, with respect to the possibility of at least 2 inches of snow in the next 72 hours, focusing their attention across the upper Midwest, particularly from northern Missouri into Iowa and through Wisconsin. The blue areas indicate a greater than 50% chance for at least 2 inches of snow. And in their long range, with respect to Saturday and into Sunday, and the system impacting the Northeast and Northern Mid-Atlantic states, the darker green is 30 to 50% chance of at least a quarter of an inch of liquid that will be in the form of snow or sleet. So you could use that as also the idea there'll be at least 2 inches of snow. And in that darker green, a 50% chance, up to a 50% chance, and in that blue area, up to a 70% chance. 4 days, 5 days out. These are pretty high numbers. So this lets us believe that the Weather Prediction Center has some rather strong confidence in this, even though it is in the long range. The lighter shade here, the lightest shade of green, is a 10% chance of at least 2 inches of snow, and that extends down to just north and west of Baltimore, Washington, Philadelphia, Trenton, New York City, to about Hartford, to just northwest of Boston. So I'm thinking that this is going to be an elevation driven event. What we're seeing, how this all comes out over the next few days, well, at least initially, we are going to be just dealing with our nice, calm, dry weather. The core of this cold air, this high, moves overhead. You see that storm that's off the southeast coast is kind of holding things in check for now. And that means we stay dry and nice right into Friday. Friday, we'll start to see arriving clouds, and there's low pressure in the Gulf states, and that's going to start lifting northward with the upper air support that's coming east. You see a low moving north into southern Illinois. You're starting to see precip by Friday morning, extending up through Virginia and into Ohio and lifting up to the northeast. There's another cold high that's going to be building up in eastern Canada. The problem is that that cold air is not going to bleed down far enough south, at least as far as the big cities and the coast are concerned. Now, Friday night, we have a little bit of snow developing on the leading edge of this as this arm lifts up to the northeast, and then your low redevelops off the New Jersey coast, and this is where you wind up with the possibility of some inland snows. Thinking that the models may be a little bit underdone with the strength of this system, and we'll focus on that as we move along. But the bottom line is for the next couple of days, we get to enjoy some relative warmth. We're going to have another cold night coming up tonight. I don't think it's going to be quite as cold as what we just experienced. Will probably be a shade higher. So morning lows will probably bottom mainly in the 20s. Naturally, there we go. So some teens inland, but 20s along in the warmer urban centers with lighter winds tonight, and then temperatures tomorrow begin their rebound. Today we should make low and mid 30s, and then for Wednesday we're going to take it up a notch, and we'll go mid to upper 30s, starting to see a few 40-degree readings popping up in South Jersey, down into Maryland, and then on Thursday we're going to take it up even higher. Let's say 40 to 45. We'll do it for Thursday, and then for Friday, we will probably be also in that range of about 40 to 45, and then we'll see what happens this weekend as that next storm system gets underway. Thanks for those of you, by the way, who have become Facebook supporters. I really appreciate it. It's just $1 a month, and that dollar actually goes a long way to support the free apps that I have, both the meteorologist Joe Cioffi weather app and the Angry Ben weather app, the Angry Weatherman. Those apps are free, and they will have a minimal amount of advertising on them thanks to your support and becoming a Facebook supporter. So appreciate that greatly. We will have our regular YouTube live stream, the Joe and Joe Weather Show, coming up tonight at 7 o'clock on my YouTube channel. And use your Gmail account. You can participate in the chat. You just have to subscribe with your Gmail account, and then you can pop on the chat. It's much easier and much better for me to do it on YouTube than it is on Facebook. Gets more distribution that way, and Facebook is sometimes a little bit difficult to deal with. So YouTube works. So if you're not on YouTube, you need to be there. All right. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you later.